My name is Jack Corrigan. I will be your roast master tonight for the roast of Ben Champagne. Give it up for Ben Champagne, everybody. Ben Champagne is a man of many talents, and I'm sure you all know. And he's got thousands of fans for his musical act, Pesky Kid, that I was in. He would love for you to believe that it's not just his friends and family. But in actuality, it's thousands of bots in India. He's huge all over the world. I mean, he's one of the musicians of all time, guys. Seriously. I've known Ben for a long time. I actually lived with Ben for a year. Well, I lasted a week, and then I moved in with my girlfriend, but my stuff stayed there, so, you know. Ben's dad's here, Jim. You guys got to meet Jim briefly. I have nothing bad to say about Jim. I'm not going to joke about him. I'm really not. Ben's girlfriend's here. And I'm definitely not going to joke about her because she asked us not to. We've got the dream team here, guys. Matt, he's 36, I think. Is that true? Ben is now 40. Oh my God. Jack is here. Raise your hand, Jack. Jack's 45. Thor is here. He's 75. Guys, this is the who's who of old fucks of Saginaw. I mean, I'm the youngest guy here at 26, and they want me hosting this shit? Are you serious? Now, normally when Ben puts on events like this, he schedules a headliner. Last year was Ben Henny, or 2 years ago. The year before that was Stoop Lee. I'm just wondering, Ben, where is the black headliner that you get for street cred? What are we doing? I mean, look at the panel. It looks like the Charlie Kirk Memorial Service. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. No, we've got good people up here. I'm the bad one. Jack. He's a very good guy. He's an employment and civil rights attorney. He's represented labor unions, he's represented truck drivers, he's a great guy doing God's work, seriously. You probably recognize him from the business cards that they staple to your food stamps every month. Jack is the only lawyer that you can pay with your bridge card. No, Jack loves poor people. They pay his bills. Jack just wants to make the world a better place. And that's why he's here to tell you how much of a dirtbag Ben is. Everybody, Jack Schultz!
Thank you. That was such a warm introduction. I appreciate it. It's hard going first, especially following Jim Champagne. Can we get another round of applause for him? Out of jail quicker because I knew him at that time, and the streets are better for having him out. But anyways, there's a little bit said about me already. My name is Jack Schultz. I am a civil rights attorney from Detroit who drove up here. I used to do free legal trainings at Counterculture, so that's sort of my connection. It was a wonderful time. And you know, in that endeavor, I was very thrilled that Ben was always very helpful to me in what I was doing, and I'll try to do the same for him. But I think part of the reason why I'm here is I'm one of the people that have known Ben since he was in high school, back through the crazy times. And thank you, Zach. But anyways, unlike Ben, you see, I don't live a sober lifestyle, but I have yet to try prison. I hear it works on the 5th or 6th time. And I'm also happy to be here for a lot of reasons. Another one is that so that all the roasters can expand their jokes beyond the category of people in their 30s making pop music, dressing like third wave Brooklynites. Thank you, Zach. So, but anyways, but truthfully, I barely knew any of these people before this, and they've taken me so under their wing, and I'm so helpful. Like, I've been over to all their houses now, and we get along so royally. And I want to tell you a little bit about each one. Kevin Kline is here. He's a wonderful guy. I didn't know him until he introduced me. introduced himself to me, it became obvious right away when he had me at his house and we were cooking dinner together that he was the famous musician. He's the most famous musician of the bunch of all of them. You'll probably hear all these stories about how he spent thousands of dollars hiring a famous music producer to help him improve on his sound of his latest album. But I've been told the image change is less popular than that of the Red Eyes change. With less success than the chicken wing place that replaced it. The album is called, he's got an album called Box of Words. I was gonna rhyme it with turds. I'm an adult, so I'm not doing that. He described the recording process as being a dream come true, which is also how the audience at El Club described the sight of him loading his equipment van and leaving Detroit. Who knows though? I have never actually listened to Kevin's music, which means that I'm doing everything I can to support it. Yep, Kevin and I, we're friends now. Sorry I'm running ahead of time. Matt also is here tonight. He's been wonderful as well. He took me under his wing. We've been texting very frequently. He's a very nice gentleman. Matt has been divorced. He works for his father, and he's trying to be a pop musician in his 30s, which makes him a Bay City 10. He's a rare breed. Sorry. He's a rare breed, which combines solid musical talent with the looks of one of the McCleods. And a popularity level which is known in both Saginaw and Bay City. Damn. Matt has a gorgeous girlfriend named Elena. You will be hearing it from her later tonight. It's hard to make fun of her. I just met her tonight for the first time. But my assumption is that their relationship has less chance of a happy life than one of those Sarah McLachlan dogs in the commercial. It's a joke, you know? They're probably going to spend the rest of their lives together, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with neither of them. Which brings me to Elena. I met her tonight. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I apologize ahead of time. We met on Zoom, which was nice. So she kind of gave me some info. She informed me that she is a failed tattoo artist who drives a PT Cruiser and smells. Now that I have met her, I can confirm that she does in fact stink. Elena stinks so bad that when she laid at Heathcote Beach, stray cats were confused and tried to bury her under the sand. I was really proud when I wrote that one. I asked around about the disastrous tattoo work, and I was told that it was so bad that the Bean Bunny fled town, and they replaced it with a school so that people would educate themselves and not follow her footsteps. You can write your own joke about driving a PT Cruiser. So anyways, Ben's boss, Phil Rasmussen, is here. High on the list of most Icelandic names. I imagine this work environment being wonderful. He's probably the yin to the Ben's yang. Ben's always dressing like women and laying in bathtubs full of sugar packets. While Thor is deciding whether he wants to cut the crust off PBJs and he jogs. You know, I'm not gonna go too hard on you because you're doing the world a service. I will say that he did give us some material. I'll leave it for others because it's very limited, but I hear it's steamy. Hopefully someone actually tells a joke. But anyways, it's a little early. There's only a little bit from Jack Oregon. Let's give it up for our host already. I know it's tough because my name is Jack too. I know what it's like to grow up as a Jack. I've been called everything from Jack and the Beanstalk to Jack Off. It's tough. What I can't relate to is permanently looking like a 14-year-old. You remind me of the elf in the Rudolph movie who wants to be a dentist. which makes sense because all of you look like the Island of Misfit Toys. It's like your Peter Pan if It's like your Peter Pan if Neverland was actually Frequently Land, and frequent means frequently masturbating to Jack Antonoff produced albums. Oh man. So as he's probably not expecting, but Curtis McCleod, our band, can I give a shout out to our band? The truth of the matter is that I imagine that a lot of the jokes you're going to hear and a lot of the stories you're going to hear are about Ben becoming sober, and that's amazing. I'm not trying to diminish from that. But I've known Curtis as well for a very long time, and I'm very proud of his sobriety as well. Yeah. That is not a joke. That's not a joke. But with that said, I've known him since middle school, so I do have to tell at least one or two stories from that time period. And like Ben, as I tried to write jokes about what's going on, the actual reality is funnier than any joke that I ever wrote. So this is not a joke, but one time, Curtis's older brother and I were walking by his wonderful mother's, Martha's house, and we saw people egging the house. And Brad and I were like, oh man, we need to stop those guys, we need to fight them. And we ran up. And it was Ben and Curtis on acid egging Curtis's own house. That's the joke, but you know, that really happened. And then the other one is that we went to Washington, D.C. in 8th grade, and we didn't get to go to the White House because Curtis got lost. And I don't know, I thought it was funny, but we had to miss the whole White House because he was just wandering around in like a J.C. Penney. But anyway, brings us to the man of the hour, Ben Champagne. Yeah! And I want you to tell again, because most of all, having witnessed a lot of it, I am proud of the sobriety our man of the hour, Ben Champagne, has. Can we get one more round of applause for it? It sounds like almost 12 years. I've known Ben since we were teenagers, so I saw the highs and the lows. And like I said, a lot of the reality is funnier than any exaggeration that I could make. A lot of people don't know this, but Ben used to work at the mall in the coffee beanery, and it coincided with the great whippet shortage of 2006. Throughout his employment, you know, there's probably gonna be some stuff about how I'm fancy or whatever, but like throughout his employment at Fashion Square Mall, patrons and myself could not get cappuccinos because we were without whipped cream due to Ben.
That was your fault?
Yeah. Fortunately, it all ended, and we got whipped cream again once he went to jail. You know, I'm sure a lot of folks believe that Ben here went to prison for drugs, but that's actually not true. Each time he went, it was for home invasion. Ben Champagne invaded more family homes than the George Foreman Grill. Man. It's truly wild times, but not much has changed. True story, Ben is the only person ever recently texted me in the middle of the night for my opinion on the legitimacy of a death threat that he received related to him posting pictures of himself feeding a squirrel. It's a true story. It's also wild that Ben's last name is Champagne, as he is the Moet of men who that fathers should hide their daughters from. Low blow, I'm sorry. If you hate that one, you're gonna hate this one. Well, first of all, I should explain to the people who without regular jobs on the stage, Moet is a type of champagne. Ben has dated pretty much every girl I've ever introduced him to. Ben has screwed more local artists than Spotify. Come on! Alright, with that said, I'm happy you found Chloe, and it seems to be the real deal. I especially love the fact that you both make things, you know. Chloe makes these delicious pretzels. I've had them, they're delicious. And Ben made all those previous girls require years of therapy or permanently move to Florida. Yeah. social media post that Ben and Chloe want to be free and travel more, which I think is wonderful. However, it looks like Ben's hair decided to nest. I just want to work that one out. I like it.
It's good.
Thank you. I'm probably well beyond my time. I thank you all. I just want to say that I truly am proud of Ben. I know that even though you likely obtained the talent you have by trading the height and dashing good looks that your brothers both possess, in exchange for your talent, you're putting it to good use in the community. So for this, I celebrate Ben. Thank you very much.
Thank you, members of Pesky Kid and others. I don't know who these guys are. Man, Jack was funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved hearing those stories about Ben's sobriety. Could we raise a toast to that? Does that sound good, everybody? Okay, cool. All right, where am I? Oh, yes, our next roaster. Our next roaster's name is Kevin Klein. Could you raise your hand? Perfect. He's easy to see. Kevin has an electronic music project that's similar to Alt-J. He's been working on it. It's called 800cc. 800cc, like the engine of a motorcycle or small car. And look at him. He looks like he started off the day with a Monster and a pack of Marbreds, right? And you're thinking, wow, it's really nice that even mechanics can be artsy-fartsy too, right? Kevin's a graphic designer that lives in Ferndale. And Jim, that's the gay part of Metro Detroit. Thor is a frequent flyer. For those of you who don't believe me, Kevin actually got Employee of the Month on Friday. Look at him, that's him and Mike. The design duo, Mike and Kevin. Everybody, Kevin Klein.
Shit, you guys are short as fuck. Thank you. I wasn't anticipating Jack talking after Jack, but before Jack talked, Jack was talking. And that Jack sounds exactly like John C. Reilly. Close your eyes and tell me you can't hear it. You ever get that?
I can hear it now.
Thank you. All right, well that was all, everything you've seen tonight has been prepared. And I think that was great for you. And now I think it's a reality check part of the night where I'm gonna bring the expectations down a little bit. I could have printed shit off because I just made a note and it's really fucking long, so I'm gonna try and do some of it. So here we go. Thor. Thor's here. I don't know why, but you pissed me off. All we had as an introduction was a Zoom call, and you just immediately seem like someone that no one else is going to give blame for anything that goes wrong. And you seem so innocent that it just kind of makes me mad. I have to assume that Ben's probably really lucky to have you as a coworker and as a friend, but I don't like you because I feel like you suck way too much sympathy, and it really eats at me knowing there's people like you in the world. An honest, hardworking, older coworker, fuck that. Moving on. Well, we got two Jacks. I only wrote shit about one, so I think I know which one. For those of you that don't know, Jack that just was up here before Jack was up here before Jack was up here. He was involved in a high-profile discrimination legal case with Founders, something that brought him a lot of attention and notoriety. That's worth an applause. That was a big deal. Some people call Jack a true white hero. And if only Jack had the balls to go after what really matters to our race and sue them for mainstreaming IPAs and making all of us drink that rancid shit and pretend it was good for 10 years while we discussed Obama going on comedians in cars getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. I also wrote down the common kind of names that you alluded to, jack off, and I said that that's something I would say if you were my cat or my boyfriend. Jackpot joke, I'm sure you get a lot of weed jokes. See, again, this is not prepared shit, this is just an order of what I wrote down here. If I was on a plane with you, Jack, I wouldn't even say hi to you. Now, I said I didn't have anything to say about... I said I didn't have anything to say about the other Jack, but you do seem chill. I like what I've seen so far. I will say that the film aspirations might be the only thing more far-fetched than trying to have success in music. So I have a feeling that Ben keeps you around to marvel at your low points and be thankful he can still go make $50 at Lager House whenever he wants. Matt's here. Matt looks like, Matt looks like Mick Jagger if he grew up playing Counter-Strike and SpongeBob pajama pants. Matt looks like if Mick Jagger had a dad who bowled with racist friends twice a month. It was already referenced, but for those of you that weren't paying attention, Matt and Alina, am I saying it correctly or no? Matt and Alina are a thing. That's not a joke, that's just information, so I just want to make sure you keep that in mind throughout the night. It's kind of fun to picture who's top in that situation. And in closing, Matt, I just want to say you seem really nice and you're very good looking, but I also get the impression that your underwear is really old. It's a very specific thing, but I just look at you and I feel like you got just old, beat up shit. Next, we got Alina. I'm scared as fuck for her to go, so I better go first. I really don't know what your history is, but clearly you have a fascination with dressing in different time periods, and that's cool, but I think it's very clear you can't live in the present moment. So I'm curious what you've hidden from yourself and the world that you can exist in any time period but right now. Jeez, that sounds mean. Whatever, I know I got it coming. I'm just curious, do your period correct outfits when you're wearing them, and does the shtick break down a bit when you get in your Nissan Sentra and use Apple Maps to tell Matt you're 20 minutes away from Aldi? That was a mouthful. Okay. Did I get everyone? Yeah, okay. Well, for Ben's portion, obviously, Ben's the man of the hour. So I was very flattered when he asked me to be a part of this. Obviously, our connection's through music first, and then it's kind of branched out into inappropriate memes and things. I thought a nice way to maybe start out the section with Ben is to read you guys some classic song lyrics. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. That was Bob Dylan. So that's a great example of some beautiful songwriting. Then here's another one. So please remember me, finally, in all my uphill climb. My dear, but if I make the pearly gates, I'll do my best to make a drawing of God and Lucifer, a boy and girl, an angel kissing on a sinner, a monkey and a man, a marching band, all around a frightened trapeze swinger. That's Sam Beam from Iron and Wine, some beautiful lyrics. Is you, are you down? Ben Champagne. Is you, are you down? Can I take this out of this? Oh, cool. Okay, Ben loves eating ass so much, God gave him a butt on his chin. And I don't really have any jokes about Chloe, but I do want to know, do you guys know that you can go on a trip and not post every fucking thing from there? I'm trying to scroll Instagram and Jesus Christ, here's our place, here's a bad guy, here's our waiter filling our waters, here's us eating something Kevin could never afford. I could have done more with that. Ben, I don't know why, but I feel like your cock is bent. That's not really a joke either, but I wrote that down. I'll say, Ben, I want to thank you for having a good sense of humor and getting us all to come to a church on a Sunday fucking night. But yes, in earnest, I'm very grateful for Ben's friendship thus far. Obviously, I'm probably the newest to the club, so they've been kind of slowly warning me, but he's a great man, and it's been great becoming his friend, so happy 40th, brother, and here's to many more.
Give it up for the highlighter, everybody. Oh, shit. I forgot something for you. Oh, I've got a treat for everybody.
All right.
I've got some bad photos. I missed Jack, so I wanted to show you. This is a bad photo of Jack. It's a mirror photo. Can you guys see it? Good? Here you are. What do you think? Very good. I'll show it to Ben too. And I wanted to show you that so that I could also show this picture of Alina. Oh yeah! Alina was the type of girl that wore tails to high school. I don't know if that matters. All right, let me read some jokes to you. Alina. Alina. If Tim Burton made a movie about a trailer park, Alina would get the leading role. She's like Winona Ryder, and she acts like somebody that smokes cigarette butts she finds on the ground. She's very talented, though. She's very talented. She was a tattoo artist. She's actually the reason that her boyfriend, Matt, looks like a shitty dive bar bathroom. And her talents don't end there. She brings hateful and talking shit about everyone to a whole new level. And tonight, she's talking shit about our beloved Ben Champagne. Everybody, Alina! Hit me with it!
Let's just adjust this. All right, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent. Give me a minute, I'm not prepared. I didn't print things off, because I don't have a printer. One sec, hold on. All right, so I will warn everyone now, Ben's roast will not pass the Bechdel test. There's only one woman involved and she's just talking about dudes the whole time. They've already been introduced, but let me reintroduce everyone. So my name's Alina, and I'm Matt's beard. I'm actually a DEI hire, and I'm not actually qualified to be up here. But the upside is I'm finally getting paid as much as everyone else. Okay. Jack isn't actually the filmmaking prodigy that he makes himself out to be. Despite being,
Oh my God.
Sorry.
She said sorry before she said it.
No, I just rip into him a little bit harder than everyone else on the panel for no reason. It's just because I don't like him. Despite eating off the kids' meal for free, he's actually a grown man. Well, as grown as he'll ever get. Usually when someone's skinnier than me, I feel a little bit jealous. But Jack has some endearing quality about him that makes me just want to open pickle jars for him, or get things off the top shelf, or let him sit at home and eat bonbons and watch soap operas while I go to work for him. And I guess I understand where Isabel's coming from now. Jack says he is 5'9". I know for a fact he's 5'7". Because I also say I'm 5'9". We are the same height, and while I am practically a Victoria's Secret model, he is on the verge of midgetdom. Jack is 5'7", which means anything below his shoulders hasn't been featured in a group photo since the early 2000s. Jack used to be in Pesky Kid. Ben initially recruited Jack because he assumed Jack was a prepubescent and needed to hit some high notes. Turns out Jack couldn't sing, but Ben liked having pedo bait on stage enough that he just put him in the back with the drums. All right, so let's talk about my beloved boyfriend, Matt. Matt talks about himself so much, I'm barely even gonna bother. I give it about 30 seconds into his set before he somehow makes it about how cool he thinks he is. He compares himself to Bob Dylan and Iggy Pop. Yeah, there's nothing cooler than a home-owning father of 2 with a fat 401k and a healthy relationship. He's not sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He's laundry, dishes, mulch, and mow. Listen, I don't want to sleep on the couch tonight. Maybe if you're good, I'll let you do my taxes for me later. All right. I did decide to go easy on Matt because he's emotionally delicate. Matt cries anytime he sees a video of a soldier returning home to his dog. He cries at the Tim McGraw song, "Don't Take the Girl."
That's not good. That's not fun.
He cries when we're at a restaurant and the waiter says, "Enjoy your food," and Matt goes, "You too." He cries when he sees a scrawnier twink with tighter jeans. Okay, Kevin Kline looks like the guy you make eye contact with in a dark parking lot and just pray he kidnaps someone else. That's why he wears the neon to let you know where the danger is. Kevin said he spent $50K to fly to Europe and make an album no one listened to. He also plans to do it again. So that tells me that Kevin should stay as far away as possible from deja vu, because he absolutely will fall in love with the stripper. I'm sorry, Kevin, Chardonnay does not love you. We actually had a Zoom meeting about that, and they thought it would sound better coming from a woman. And then we have Thor. Thor looks like you could spit in his face and he'd apologize to you. Thor looks like his kids call him Papa. I actually don't know Thor very well, but I did read To Kill a Mockingbird in 8th grade, and I'm just gonna assume that he has a neighbor named Lou Radley. He is not a sexy Southern lawyer, unfortunately. The only lawyer on the panel is Jack Schultz.
Yeah!
I know, I'd be bummed too. If your lawyer looks like this, you're screwed. Jack bragged that he's Googleable. I know, right? Not only is he a lawyer, but he runs the Nicolas Cage Film Festival. No, don't applaud for that. We don't encourage bad behavior here. I don't even think he needs a third thing to be the most unlikable person on this panel. Congrats, Jack, you won. I'm sure it's been a while since you've heard that. Now let's get to the man of the hour before his dementia kicks in. Ladies, you may recognize Ben from saying, "Excuse me, is this a virgin? I'm 10 years sober," before going down on you. Jack doesn't like this one. I actually didn't know Ben very well until I was in need of an apartment a few years back. Ben had a 2-bedroom apartment for $600. What a deal. So I take a tour of it. Holy shit, that would have been a ripoff at $100. But $600 isn't too bad for a roof over your head, I guess. So I figure I could just crowdsource the rest of it from the cockroaches that live there. So I gather enough money for the initial down payment and like first month's rent. And Ben said no, that he's not gonna rent to me. And that's the nicest thing anyone's ever done to me. Even slumlords can afford to be selective, I guess. Oh, no thank you, well-dressed lady. I seen a hobo pissing himself outside in the alley, and I think his aesthetic is better suited for the champagne suite. By the way, it's only called being a property manager if it's from France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling slumlord. Thank you. Ben is like a human ship of Theseus, except he's slowly replacing every cell in his body with LaCroix and donuts. Ben eats so much, he went on a diet for one day and started a recession. The economy's still trying to recover. Ben's so fat, when he gets dressed in the morning, he needs a boomerang to put his belt on. Ben prides himself on his sense of fashion, but due to genetics and his unfortunate age, he just ends up looking like someone's creepy uncle who still hangs out at college parties and dresses young to blend in. Ben dresses like he hasn't done laundry and just grabs whatever isn't wrinkled. Ben founded Counter Cruise, a fantastic movement that encourages hundreds of people to get off their asses and block traffic at rush hour. Ben is infamous in Saginaw for many things: a failed venue owner, a failed pop star, a failed drug addict. But bless Ben's heart, forgiveness is all. Life keeps trying to knock Ben down, but he might wobble, but he'll never fall down. I guess there is an upside to being built like a weeble. Pesky Kid, his band, is actually a misnomer. At this point, pathetic adult is more suitable. Although his other project, Fruits, is more aptly named, considering his harem of delicate younger men. Ben is a performative male if the performance sucked. Ben is so pretentious that he doesn't actually have a TV, he has a projector, which does the exact same thing as a TV, but looks shittier and is wildly inconvenient. Until Ben met Chloe, I wasn't sure he was physically capable of loving anything more than he loves a projector. But now that he's met her, I can assure you, he isn't. Ben may be 40, but he French kisses his girlfriend in front of literally anyone like a 13-year-old. Some people grow out of that. Not Ben. Honestly, at his age, he should be losing his libido. Guess he made a deal with God to start at the hairline and work his way down. Ben is a huge football fan. He loves the Lions.
Yeah!
Woo! Well, when they're, listen, Ben's intense about it. When they're winning, he always says it's his birthday. When they're losing, I'm just glad he doesn't have a wife and kids at home. Ben is so intense about the Lions, Dan Campbell has a preemptive restraining order against Ben set up just in case they don't make it to the Super Bowl. Ben is so intense about the Lions, the suicide hotline has extra staff on hand every Monday and Sunday just to deal with his crash outs. Unfortunately, they did lose tonight, so Ben is on sedatives for his own good. He's here because we were told not to leave him alone. In the end, Ben's a perfect mix of ambition and self-sabotage, a true artist. Here's to the man, the myth, the midlife crisis. Ben Champion.
Playing some, just short.
I did not realize we were worried about the Bechdel test. Alina, if you could please pull out a mirror and talk to yourself about your own appearance for 30 seconds, we would be perfect. That one's for the ladies in the room. I know the boys don't know anything about that. All right. Oh, next we have Thor. 1 second, guys. I brought something for everyone, a little gift. Thor. Thor is Ben's boss, kind of. Is that true? Kind of his boss? If Thor wanted to get you fired, that would be fine? Yeah. So Ben can't be too mean to Thor. I will be. For a guy named Thor, he looks remarkably like a lesbian. He is not giving God of Thunder, though. He's more like Rachel Maddow. I brought photos to compare. Right? Oh, you're supposed to be on MSNBC right now talking about ice. So Jack alluded to it earlier, but nobody's brought it up. Thor confided in us that he shit his pants while running recently. And he says it was from the adrenaline and the activity. I don't know if that's true. Personally, I think it's for his deep, passionate love of being pegged by his wife. And Jim, that's when you take a strap-on dildo. Ben will tell you about it. Ben will tell you about it. To tell you more about his silicone collection, Thor, everyone!
Ben's got some friends. I don't know how he did that. It's the time in prison, you're like, anybody, guys, anybody? I'll take anybody. Man, I haven't spent much time with these folks other than going on a Zoom call and, meeting them face to face tonight. But first thing out of Jack Schultz's mouth is, I'm Googleable. You can Google me, find out everything you need to know. I took it one step further. I chat GPT'd him. The man's LinkedIn probably has more legal citations than your college thesis, it told me. He's the kind of lawyer who drinks black coffee because cream is for settlements. Chet, if there's a protest in Detroit, Jack's already there, not to riot, but to file a class action before the tear gas clears. No, seriously though, you should Google him before you call him because he charges by the minute if you call him. And as we've learned, he's a civil rights lawyer, so if you're of an underrepresented minority, then he charges you double because he knows he can get out of it just by representing himself. Sheesh. Yeah, Ben's friends. You got Matt.
Yeah.
How did Matt get his job? Family ties. He told us that right out the gate. His dad said, "Hey, you want a job?" And he said, "Well, I got the ambition of a sloth. I guess I'll take what's coming to me. Yeah, I'll take the job."
Yeah, he did.
He's so good at this, he makes fun of himself. Yeah, he got a job in auto parts. He works with the family company. They make tools. Be careful. Hear how I said that? He makes tools. Don't confuse it with him being a... Right. Bless him, though. He's got 2 kids, so whatever he learns, he can just pass on to the family. Works out pretty well. And Lena, the high. So, she makes Superman look like chump change when he goes into the phone booth and changes into Superman. I mean, she goes in and changes 3 or 4 times, and then she finally has an outfit. No joke. We made it clear. I work at a not-for-profit organization. It's so all the numbers count. So when she comes to an event, in between sets, she goes and changes, and we're like, have you seen her before? I think we've seen her before. Well, just count her twice, hit the clicker twice. Better for the numbers, more grant money for us. Yeah. Just doing your part. And she never does laundry either. It's a wonderful thing to have that many outfits not to do laundry. She saves water that way. She saves the wells that way. Every year she gets a certificate from Sarah McLaughlin that says, "You saved another well. You saved another well." Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed tonight, Jack. We didn't see Lint. I was looking forward to Lint, because Jack, we've established, I'm late in the program, so all these things have been told, but we've established he's a great filmmaker. So what does he do with all that talent, all that skill? He makes a film about a laundry mat where he finds a sock! I'm disappointed we didn't show that one.
I kept saying.
It's okay. You can look it up, it's Googleable. Unless you set it to like private only, don't show it on YouTube. It's alright. I mean, it's a little weird, but it's alright. Kevin, in some ways, Kevin and I are a lot alike. We're really nice people. We have trouble in situations like this where we're supposed to, roast people. And I admire that about you, Kevin, but he's trying to make himself a better person. So he checks out chicken soup for the soul, and he takes the book and he sets it on top of his car. Now, can you guess what kind of car he drives? I mean, look at him. A race car, right? NASCAR. Maybe he's drag racing down Woodward Avenue. Charger. Mustang. A Dodge Neon. A Dodge Neon. But it's okay. It's okay. I looked it up. And Luke Combs also drove a Dodge Neon. And lucky for Kevin plays guitar. Luke Combs plays guitar. So if you pull up next to Kevin and he has his windows down, you know what you're gonna hear? Yeah. Speed so fast, it felt like I was drunk. I had a fast car. Let's bring this to Ben. So I work with Ben 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. And most of the time I can read his mood. This late, we've been working together 7 years. We knew each other a little bit before that, so I know when he comes into work and he's happy. Yeah! You gotta hear this new song by Pesky Kid, it's a banger! He pushes play, and I'm like, yeah, it's a banger, man. But he's so proud of himself. He's so proud. Like, I have 4 kids that I'm potty trained, and none of them have looked as proud of this when they pooped in the potty, but Ben, oh yeah! pops up in my feed like a couple weeks later, like, I know what I'm gonna listen to on my run. I'll probably poop my pants. We all know Ben. We all know Ben, right? Like, he's got the gift of gab. So, you know, he'll go on this diatribe about the way microphone cable, it just isn't working. And then it's working because the input channel isn't connected and the XLR 3000 isn't quite right, but it's creating rainbows, not just any rainbows. Double rainbows, Ford, there's double rainbows. But look, I don't mean to complain. I don't mean to complain, but I couldn't figure it out, but then I tried to figure it out, and the speaker just wasn't doing it. And it would go, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. And it wasn't plugged in. There was a scroll that turned over the cord. And there was an air gap. Oh! All right, Ben. All right. Just call me next time. I'll start at the beginning. Did you plug it in? No, there's a lot to admire about Ben. You see, Ben is an artist, and he understands things about being an artist that most of us never will understand. Like, you know, we're going down to Detroit to see this artist, and Ben gets in the car, and he has a NASCAR shirt on. I think it says, "God bless America," and an eagle, probably a hole. He's wearing these pants that are like, they're woods, like fall. I think there's a white-tailed deer on them. Denim, not camouflage, like printed fall scene. Okay, find anything at a thrift store these days. But we get in the van, we go down there, and you know, a couple hours to Detroit, and this artist that we're working with, she's been making art for, I don't know, 70 years. And she looks at his pants and says, "Nice pants, Ben." And I was like, "Oh, well, I guess he knows what he's doing. Let's keep him around." Because she meant it. She's like, "Oh, nice pants." I was like,
She was a fabric.
"Hey, clearly, I wear jeans. No white-tailed deer anywhere." Goodness, Ben. So I've learned to withhold judgment when Ben comes to work in wearing whatever Ben is going to wear to work any given day. But, you know, it's no secret that Ben spent some time in jail. I do. You know, it's not to take low shots or anything, but it just makes it a little easier for all of us who aren't used to making up jokes. And you know, I do. I respect his openness about that. I respect that. I respect how you own that. You know, during that formative time of your life. But he has come a long way, and I get a little choked up at this point. But you've come to a museum open house, and you always know something went wrong because he's at that charcuterie table just going, "Oh, more," and the hot dog drops on the floor. He's like, I'll take it, more ketchup, just add more ketchup." So, anyway, Ben, it's been great. Thanks so much for having us. Happy birthday, 40.
Thor, everybody, right? Thor was so nice. He was so nice. It was like ASMR roasting. I was like getting tingles back here. Okay, I don't really have a joke to set this one up. I just found it on Facebook. It's a picture of Mad. I don't know, whatever. So if you can't read it, it says, "I spit in your mouth when you sleep." I don't know anything for you. You want this one? So have you guys seen Matt perform in Vera Noir? Can I get like a cheer if you've seen it? Yeah, it's usually just the residents of Saginaw, his friends and family. Okay. His friends. Okay. This joke is only for you guys, and maybe me. I'm going to do my best Matt performing in Vera Noir impression while I tell a joke. Matt's more of a blue-collar worker than Kevin Klein! I don't know, that was for me. Okay, thank you. You probably couldn't understand me. I said Matt is more of a blue-collar worker than Kevin Klein. Kevin Klein, graphic designer in Ferndale, you remember.
You got a blue collar on right now?
Blue collar on right now. But Matt looks like he does coke off of his pinup girl's tits, but he works at an auto parts store to support his 2 kids. And Matt might have some good jokes, we don't know yet. He's a performer. But he's used to screaming into a mic to a room of like 4, maybe 5 people. So if some of you guys could leave to make it more comfortable, that'd be fucking great. Give it up for the Iggy Pop that never took off, Matt Asper!
There's a bit more movement in my, Jack Corrigan, everybody. Jack is a stay-at-home artist. Recently, he tried work once, and he decided that it's not for him. He is living proof that behind every great man is a woman willing to pay the bills. Jack's love language is financial dependency. Jack is one of Ben's many twig friends. He is the pocket-sized edition. The only thing shorter than Jack are his films, are probably the list of people who have actually seen them. And as an indie film director, his big break is still in post-production. When Jack performs, he wears a shirt with his own name printed across the front so that the audience knows who to blame afterwards. And when he performs, he was the drummer for Pesky Kid, which is probably the only time in his and Ben's relationship where Jack was in the back. My beautiful, stylish, wonderful girlfriend Alina Mars up here. Hey. Let's see, what can I say that won't put me on the couch? Alina will do anything for attention, except dishes, laundry, vacuuming, or pretty much any other chore around the house. Alina loves vintage clothing, which means she dresses like your grandma when she was hot and smells like your grandma currently. Her closet at home smells like someone tried to Febreze the Great Depression. Alina goes through so many style changes that I feel like I'm in a relationship with a reboot series. These past few years, I have dated like 100 different women, and not a single one of them knows how to use a laundry basket. Next, we have Thor Rasmussen. This is a man who sounds like he should be leading Vikings into battle, but looks like he runs the youth group prayer circle. Thor is what happens when you name your kid after a Norse god, but raise him on PBS and vitamin supplements. Thor looks like he tells his kids bedtime stories about compound interest. I hear Thor is a marathon runner, which makes sense because he looks like he's been running away from personality his whole life. This is the kind of guy who after 50 years of marriage will still have to introduce himself to his wife on a daily basis. Kevin Klein is up here. Kevin plays in a band called 800cc, which sounds badass until you realize that's a mid-level engine. Which I guess this is the perfect name for a band that will never reach full throttle. Kevin's so into cars, it's diagnosable. Now I'm not saying that you're on the spectrum, but your brain's check engine light has probably been on since birth. Which that may explain the high-vis safety vest that you like to wear when you perform. It wouldn't surprise me if your mom kept you on a leash as a kid. But Kevin is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, so roasting him kind of feels like kicking a golden retriever for being happy to see you. And he's so nice that his albums probably come with a personal written apology for when you don't like them. We got Ben's old pal Jack Schultz here tonight.
Yeah!
And Jack's an attorney who specializes in civil defense cases. He's out there defending workers' rights, fighting discrimination, and personally running the Venmo account for reparations. It's nice to see someone who's monetized activism instead of just posting about it. Jack has built a pretty impressive resume defending folks who don't have one. He's helped more people avoid work in the pandemic. This dude basically took his white guilt and turned it into a career. Hey, pay attention, Jack. This is the guy you need to see when you finally take Ben to court for grooming. And now, on to the main aging attraction. We're all here tonight to celebrate Ben, a man who's proven you can do absolutely everything wrong in life and still find people willing to fail with you. Ben's an artist, a landlord, a producer, a cyclist, an activist, and a disappointment to all of those communities. In his never-ending efforts to stay relevant, he produces music under the stage name Pesky Kid. But Pesky Kid gets more residuals from AARP than Spotify. Pesky Kid is an artist whose biggest record has nothing to do with his shitty music. Music that rips off more artists than AI. His creative process is literally hear song, seal song, add twink. Ben calls himself a pop artist, but lately all he pops are buttons off his shirt. Buddy, as a chubby 40-year-old, the only trending you should be worried about anymore is your cholesterol. Ben's also filled his music projects with cute young boys, cause nothing says cool pop star like being the creepy uncle at the sleepover. Ben collects twinks like NFTs, hoping one of them will pay off someday. Before asking members to join Pesky Kid, he asks them if they've heard of Blockbuster or the Twin Towers. If they have, they're too old to fit his aesthetic. Every year, Ben gets older, but his bandmates stay the same age. He's like the Matthew McConaughey of DIY pop, but with less charm, money, and abs. Ben's the kind of guy who will approach a younger, good-looking guy and ask him to start a new music project, because if he can't be young and good-looking anymore, he at least wants to stand near it. Which is how we became close, actually. Anyone close to Ben can probably relate to this. Meeting Ben has felt like being drafted into an event production company. Knowing him feels like signing a non-complete clause against your own free time, because you're always one text away from doing free manual labor. Being friends with Ben feels less like a bond and more like a binding contract. One where you've only skimmed the terms and conditions because you often don't realize what you've agreed to until it's too late. Honestly, the Pesky Kid backing band should be called the Free Labor Union. Ben's been known to have an illustrious dating past. Ben's dating history is filled with more lying and cheating than the Trump administration. Ben's had more romantic partners at a single time than Brigham Young. One has to wonder if he held these same dating patterns while in prison. Or maybe that's where you learn to treat others the way you want to be treated. But thank God you met Chloe. It's nice to see you commit to something without probation terms. Ben has been sober for 11 years, which is something we're all proud of him for, and we are genuinely proud. True. Yeah. Congratulations on doing something we've all been doing this whole time. And now that you're over the hill, at least the only high you have to worry about anymore is your blood pressure. Ben's sobriety story is a lot like his music career. A few hits, some relapse, and a bunch of people pretending to be supportive. He really turned his life around though, and became somewhat of a staple. Hold on, my phone just did something silly. Let me scroll back. He's really turned his life around and become somewhat of a staple in our community that he seems to do a lot for, but nothing substantial. For example, he's a successful slumlord, which means Ben hit rock bottom and thought, I could lease this out. Ben went from shooting up in crack houses to charging people $1,000 to live in them. A dyed-in-the-wool liberal fighting for the rights of anyone who doesn't owe him rent. Ben's redemption was learning he could rip people off legally. Ben also gave something called sound baths, whatever the fuck those are, because charging rent wasn't pretentious enough. He's out here giving sound baths while his music career ironically circles the drain. He also hosts weekly bike rides through areas that he's undoubtedly scouting for cheap properties to rent out. These weekly bike rides are the closest thing he'll ever have to a fan base following him. Counter Cruise is the closest Pesky Kid will ever get to going on tour. And aside from the bike rides, Ben runs daily, which means he gets a lot of exercise but is still somehow out of shape. So the only consistent thing about him is that no matter how much he moves, he never gets anywhere. Or I don't know, maybe you're just trying to outrun your family's disappointment. Lately, Ben, I thought this was a roast. Lately, Ben's become quite the political activist, which is basically him cyberbullying retirees in the Facebook comments section. Ben will type up a 12-paragraph essay under a post that says Happy 4th of July, explaining imperialism to a 63-year-old with a bald eagle for a profile picture. He's out here starting fights with someone's grandma and thinking he's defending democracy. But he is fighting a good fight and asking the right questions. But honestly, I think the main reason Ben wants the Epstein files released is because at this point, he'd do anything to get his name out there. But I'm so happy to have had the honor of getting close to you, and you bring the best out of my creativity, and making out with you these past few years has been such a pleasure. And happy birthday, buddy. Here's the
So Matt mentioned that I was in Pesky Kid and then I left Pesky Kid, but he didn't include the fact that I actually aged out of Pesky Kid. Ben says, you gotta go. Yeah, it's true. We're nearing the end of the night, guys. We've got one more guy left. One more guy left. If you'll notice, it's mostly white dudes up here. What the fuck? Thank you guys for watching my short film earlier, Sino. And you might be surprised to find out that Ben actually wasn't acting in that. He's that much of an asshole usually. Ben made a short film once, and he gave it to me unknowingly on high tape. It was him in a hotel room just fucking like, you know, he was getting railed in the ass. And I noticed something, oh shit, I noticed something on the tape. Ben bleaches his asshole. And that's the reason why Chloe's eyebrows look like that now. I'm sorry, Chloe, you're beautiful. You're very beautiful. I'm kidding. Ben does not care about his physical appearance. That's why I took these photos of him and I wanted to show you. This is when he did the Chapel Roan performance. Do you see this? What the fuck? Pass these around. Pass these back. I want everybody to get a good look. That's Ben's underwear. Okay. Ben's a master of live production. He literally put on a spelling bee when he was in prison. Have you guys heard this story? Some of you have. It's fucking amazing. He's probably put on hundreds of events. It really makes sense that he'd throw his own self-indulgent jerk-off fest for his 40th birthday party. Everybody give it up for Ben, right? I'm really happy you guys can be here. Ben has been wanting to do SNL but worse for years now. Everybody, Ben Champagne!
You guys having fun? Thanks so much. Okay, everybody was so good. You guys are so good. I love you guys. But now I gotta get you back. Okay. Yeah, so thank you all to come. We'll pass the mic around and you guys can get my ass when I'm done here and then we'll call it a night. What can I say about Matt? Matt's been a good buddy of mine. We were friends for, almost a decade or so, and yeah, I mistook him for somebody else. I said, you really look like this one guy that is also a twink. And we became friends. Matt's into video games, which is the one thing we don't connect on. I think that's kind of dorky. It's the only way he can live in a fantasy world where he isn't a 41-year-old twink working at an auto parts store. He's dating Alina because they both live in the past. He's obsessed with the Civil War, and she's obsessed with looking like she died in it. They're a perfect match. He reenacts battles, and she reenacts the hygiene standards of the era. The conservative customers at the auto parts store are very confused by him. They ask for a manifold gasket, and he looks like he's about to recommend a sensitive skincare routine. A guy came in asking for brake pads, and Matt looked like he was about to suggest a really good hydrating serum to them. If there was a Civil War reenactment for divorce court, Matt would be Robert E. Lee. I mean, Matt really is a genius, though. He really is. He's very smart. He figured out how to get divorced, sell auto parts, and play in 3 bands, all while maintaining the physique of a nervous altar boy. You have to admire Matt's efficiency. He managed to turn his midlife crisis into a 3-band, part-time dad, full-time twink logistics operation. He saw the value of that. Someone's got to hit the crickets on that, sure. He saw the value of that divorce settlement and is already putting the money toward a 4th band. He's trying to only see his kids 6 days a month so he can start a 5th band. Let's be real, this man is a logistical genius. He budgets his time perfectly between disappointing his children, disappointing his bandmates, and disappointing anyone that listens to that shit. You've got to hand it to him. He looked at the rock star lifestyle, the debt, the instability, the broken relationships, and said, I can do all that without ever even living in my hometown. You did a great job. Your jokes were funny. Jag Schultz. Oh, I had some slides prepared. I forgot. That's Matt. Matt in a dress. Twink Matt. Twink Matt. Oh, I should have had that up. Okay, Jag Schultz. Jack and I are Eskimo brothers.
Hell yeah.
I guess you could say we both argued our case before the same judge. For most people, a police brutality headline is a tragedy. For Jack, it's the sound of his next car payment. Jack's low-key kind of gay with it. He really loves when a cop has his way with a protester. Jack is always looking out for the little guy, and by little guy, I mean the 2 extra shots of vodka he slips in his morning coffee. Jack has a massive ego. He thinks he's the smartest guy in any room, which is true if that room is a sticky, poorly lit dive bar after 2 a.m. He says that he does it all for justice, but the truth is Jack is just fighting for the one civil right that truly matters, his right to talk about himself at full volume. When we were leaving the Zoom, He couldn't even say a bad thing about himself. This is the best he had for
Funny,
us.
you're cool.
That's very simple. Nah, but there's nothing off limits. I think it's all funny. I got gap teeth. You know, I got fucked up teeth. People usually do that. So, and,
Alright, I'll write that down.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it down.
I go through bouts of depression.
I think we can tear that apart.
you can put that one down.
Guys, we are going to have to stop. He says he does it all for justice, but the truth is, Jack is just fighting for the one civil right that truly matters. His right. I already said that one, didn't I? His right to talk about his own football. It was good. Yeah. The only thing bigger than his ego is his bar tab. He's always talking about how many shots he took last night, but with that gap, he's probably losing 10% off the front with every drink. The only thing he loves more than a long night of drinking and doing cocaine is a long night of drinking, doing cocaine that's interrupted by a text about a cop losing his temper. The only thing Jack loves more than the sound of his own voice is the sound of a police baton hitting a black man. Jack represents protesters in civil rights cases, which is noble. But let's be real, Jack's favorite sound in the world is a cop beating up a protester because you can literally see the dollar signs pop in his eyes like a Looney Tune. He likes to say he's very Googleable, so is hepatitis. Alina doesn't get dressed, she time travels. Every morning she wakes up and says, what if Greta Garbo had Wi-Fi? Alina's the only person who looks at a soup line and thinks, what a cohesive aesthetic. Every morning she asks, what if Amelia Earhart's plane had crashed into a Goodwill? Alina's low-key, kind of gay with it. Her dream throuple is herself, a silent film star, and the ghost of a Victorian-era groundskeeper. It's a complicated one. She dresses like she's going to a Jay Gatsby party, but she smells like she's the one who cleans the pool. Her tattoos tell a story. They warn you not to lend her money. Her best tattoo is a Chinese character she thinks means strength, but it actually means soy sauce. Alina drives a Barbie pink PT Cruiser. It's the perfect car for her. A cheap imitation of a classic that everyone knows is a piece of shit. She's a failed tattoo artist, which means she's left some bad marks, but the worst mark she has is her credit score. Alina drives a pink Barbie PT Cruiser. It's the automotive equivalent of a TikTok trend, loud, tacky, and will be forgotten in 6 months. Her PT Cruiser is the perfect metaphor for her life. It looks fun and retro from a distance, but up close you realize it's poorly made and smells a little weird. I keep forgetting to do my slides. But actually, the Barbie pink PT Cruiser is her in car form, and actually that shit's hard as fuck. I can't even take it. I was wondering, that shit's hard. That's tough. Alright. Thor's such a sweetie. His bit was very funny to me. I really enjoyed it. He's the kind of devout Catholic who feels a real thrill when they bring out the incense. It's the closest he gets to a controlled substance. He's the kind of devout Catholic who genuinely gets excited when the priest announces it's a holy day of obligation. Thor's life is so clean, he makes Ned Flanders look like a boozy pirate. Thor doesn't run marathons for fitness. He does it because the feeling of muscle pain is the only pleasure Catholic guilt allows. To all these twinks here tonight, Thor likes to go to a glory hall. It's called the confessional booth. That's a good one. He pooped his pants, as we've all heard. I guess you could say he had his own Judas. It was his own lower intestine which betrayed him. He didn't poop his pants, he parted the Red Sea in his running shorts. It was his book of Revelation, a real end time scenario for his sock. He had to wipe with the sock. He experienced his own personal Genesis, the creation of a real fucking mess. He performed his first miracle. He turned water into, well, it wasn't wine. You're the only man who could run 7 miles, shit himself, and somehow turn that into an inspirational LinkedIn post. Thor is so clean cut, he makes a choir boy look like a bikini-clad roadie for a death metal band. The wildest thing Thor has ever done is wear 2 different shades of beige on the same day. Thor is so straight-laced, he makes Mr. Rogers look like Hunter S. Thompson. He gets that gleam in his eye watching the collection basket come down the aisle, the same one that Matt gets watching Jack undress. Thor's low-key kind of gay with it. His favorite part of Mass is when all the men kneel at the same time. Honestly, Thor's whole life is an endurance test. He runs marathons, he follows every rule, he's terrified of having fun. The only reason he pushes his body that hard is because he knows if he slows down, he might have an original thought. We love you, Thor. I'm just kidding. Kevin over here. Kevin. Yeah. Kevin is low-key, kind of gay with it. Bro, you dress like a highlighter had a baby with a carpenter. The only thing straighter than you is the line of people leaving your shows. Where's the back of that?
Figure it out.
I know. Shit.
This is embarrassing.
It is. Yeah. Alt J produced his record, which is impressive, but let's be real. The real miracle is that he can even operate a guitar with those fingers, which are permanently curled from a decade-long, single-minded mission that has nothing to do with music. Kevin's music career is like Jack Horrigan. It's like Samuel Bork. Lots of potential, 0 follow-through, and everyone's a little bored of it. Kevin's career is like this Dodge Neon. It makes a lot of noise, it burns through resources, and everyone can see it's headed for a breakdown. Bro, you dress like a traffic cone married a flannel shirt. You dress like a hiking boot had a baby with a neon lanyard. Jack Horrigan, one of my best friends, love this guy. Give it up for him and his host. Jack Horrigan is low-key kind of gay with it, but high-key lazy with it. The only thing he's topping is a bottle of whiskey. He's a 26-year-old twink whose main form of exercise is dodging responsibility. Jack is a film director, which means he sits at home and waits for Isabel to direct her paycheck into their bank account. Jack went to Michigan Tech to be an engineer. He gave up, which is the closest thing he's ever made to an efficient decision. His creative process is 1% genius idea, I'll give him that, 9% starting the project, and 90% getting blasted drunk and telling you about the fucking idea. Get to it. He has a framed picture of Gretchen Whitmer, which tracks because he's always waiting for a handout from powerful women. Jack calls himself a creative visionary. He's currently working on a documentary about Isabel's life as a successful breadwinner, which is being filmed entirely from the fucking couch. Jack's feature directorial debut is an experimental piece titled The Waiting Game, which is simply 48 hours of him drinking beer and staring at his phone until Isabel's paycheck clears. He's writing a screenplay. It's a thriller about a man who has to get a job. All right, thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks so much to this lovely, beautiful people. I do like to produce shows. I never put them on here, did I? I never put Kevin. Yeah, both these guys. I forgot to use this. Yeah, same. Yeah, we love it. It's a good shirt. It's good jacket. Thanks so much. I love to put on events. If anybody's got a roast for me, we got a mic. Anybody got any? I can pass this thing around. You guys can blast me. Anybody out there? Okay, yeah. Here, just. Oh.
I just wanted to say a quick fuck you. Also love you guys.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's great. Give it up for this band, the Legendary Barbecue Boys. Bram Miller on drums. What we call Bram Miller middle schooler. Curtis McCleod on piano. Jeff Cushman on bass. And Jacob Weisenbach on the trumpet. And we got no more roasts? We're out? All right, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much, and give it up for Ben Champagne for being such a Ben's 40th birthday party. Ben's an old fuck, isn't he? So please give me like extra. Oh, can we start it from the top? Everybody! Happy birthday. to you. Happy birthday, dear Ann. Happy birthday to you. Thanks everybody for coming out so late on a Sunday. Ben scheduled this shit, so time it up with him. Thank you guys for coming.